us for our first ever group trip as we take 20 people to the motherland. We'll be having a 2-city tour in Kenya, and you want to go on this memorable trip. It'll be the first of its kind. The itinerary is awesome. And for you to see the itinerary, you have to click the link in the pinned comment. It's the very, very first one where you can go to the page. You can look at the itinerary. You also can pay your deposit of $500. Now, that low deposit is only good up until January the 30th, 2019. So you want to secure your spot as soon as possible. I can't wait to see you guys on this trip. We'll have a great time. We'll talk, fellowship. See you there. Now, this particular story would more so go out to the black people who are working in corporate America. I understand that those of you who work in corporate America, you have to deal with a lot of things you normally would not deal with to maintain your position. A lot of you have to compromise things that you normally wouldn't compromise. You're enduring things in those corporate jobs that you normally wouldn't endure because the job is paying you good, you have good benefits, etc. But when these things are crossing the line to racial humiliation, a job isn't worth that in corporate America. Case in point, this story. Now, you have a black man who was a former sales executive for Marriott Vacations Worldwide. He told them in a lawsuit that he was asked to dance during meetings as entertainment for other employees, and that a photo of the character Buckwheat used to represent him at a team building exercise. Now, you know good and well what they're saying about you. Now, the brother name is Darrell Robinson, is suing for unlawful racial discrimination, unlawful race harassment, failure to prevent race discrimination and harassment, and retaliation for opposing forbidden practices. Now, they say the brother began working in February 2017 as a sales executive with the Marriott, selling timeshares to vacation properties. He says that he was the only African American in the office. Yes, you are a affirmative action hire, because we know when you're affirmative action hire real quick, when you walk inside of a building and at the job and you see no black people, it's all white folks. And then you like, man, how can I even fit in? How can I even like food? You know what I'm saying? It's like you feel so out of place with that, because if they was really about, hey, we want to hire the best people, not white folks, then you would see a plethora of everybody. My thing is this. We get to a point that we get big enough to be in downtown Houston and on the high rise, which we want to get that one day. Then you want to have the best people working for you, but they have to make sure to be on our values 100%. They can't be no outside of our values. But why is it that a brother has to be the only one there? And then they make you feel like you're the only black person there too. It's not like they say, oh, okay, well, you know, it is what it is. So they say in the suit filed in LA Superior Court on Thursday, Robinson alleged that he was asked on multiple times to dance by a director of sales during sales meetings, usually to the music of Michael Jackson. They couldn't have got me to dance not 2 seconds to nothing. I'd be like, man, forget dance. You pay me to dance or something? Am I some entertainer? They go to a concert and watch a dance. And so on another occasion, the director of sales complimented most of the staff by saying, we have a good looking crew, or related comments according to the lawsuit. And director of sales, he looked at Robinson and said, Darrell looks ready to break dance. They look at him like he's just some slave. They're supposed to entertain him. Entertain me, boy. Dance. Do your dance, right? So Robinson says co-worker laughed at the remark, and he was completely humiliated, dejected, and feel completely defeated. On another meeting, the brother stated that he did not submit a baby photo of himself to use as a team building exercise centered around how well employees know each other. A colleague displayed a photo of Little Rascal's character, Buckwheat. Robinson said he already informed his colleagues who was collecting the photos that he did not have one to submit, and that he was the only African American in office. His photo would be easy to identify. So he alleged that they told him that if he didn't provide a photo, they would use the image of Buckwheat. Robinson claims that he told her that the character was stereotypically racist, degrading to African Americans, and would be inappropriate and offensive to him if she used it, but she did it anyway. She's like, F you. I'm the white supremacist. If I want to racially degrade you in this conclave of white supremacy that I'm working in, I would do so, black man. So Robinson walked out of the meeting after the photo was shown, and his two supervisors apologized. Now they say he claimed that he was not given a cubicle like the other sales representative. Instead, he was working out of a cramped storage closet that had no air conditioning. Boy, they just treating this brother like a two-bit slave in Jim Crow era. They put him in a closet. They didn't even give him a cubicle. But yet he's supposed to be doing the same job, right? So the workspace was half of that his colleagues. He claimed his co-workers even wondered aloud if he was put there because of his race, because they knew he was. Now, I say the suit says his doctor put him on medical leave because of his anxiety. Yes, dealing with racism and white supremacy can cause you stress, anxiety, depression, PTSD, because it's not normal what the evil that the white supremacists do to black people. Now, they say that Robinson determined that he could no longer work for the company and was forced to give up his employment. Now, Marriott Vacations Worldwide came out and said, "We are aware of the allegations of this suit, but as policy, do not comment on legal matters." They tried to talk to his attorney. They say he's seeking unspecified compensatory and punitive damages, according to the lawsuit. Look, they treated that brother horribly. And he's not the only one. Some of you that may watch this video work in corporate America, some of you know that you're being treated different by your white counterparts. Some of you know on your job, they come to you and say, "Well, let me ask you a question. Why does black people, like you, just the representative of black people worldwide, and you're supposed to give your opinion about black people?" Some of them may want to touch your hair, make these little dumb jokes, that sort of thing. See, anytime you deal with me, I give you a presence of don't try that. I'm not open to that. I'm a cool person, trust me. If you get to know me, you hang out with me, you really like me for the most part, you laugh a lot with me, and that's the kind of guy I am. But when you cross the line, I switch to the other person, and I'm going to check you real quick and let you know to stay in your place. I ain't the black man to try that with. And usually they know the black man or woman to try that with. They usually know the ones not to try that with. And usually the ones not to try that with, they really don't want us on the jobs because they know they can't get away with nothing. Because somebody like me was like, what's my position? Why is they in a cubicle and you got no one? You couldn't have put me in a storage closet. That's first of all. I'm like, I'm not working there. He's like, you know what? I'm sharing with Stacy over here or Bob. Hey, Bob, scoot over. I'm working with you. I'm not sitting in no closet. Y'all gonna create me a space. It ain't happening. But I also understand that when you're subject, and this is why we tell black people do for self and create your own businesses, you won't be subjected to that. Because when you subject yourself to things on jobs when that's your only source of income, you will say, man, I got to put up with this. We should never have one source of income. While you're working a job, you need to be creating a business for yourself so you can eventually walk away from that. That's what you have to do, black people, because these people know when they hold your job over your head, they treat you any way. They talk about you any kind of way too, in front of you. And you may not say nothing because you say, man, I got my bills, my kids. This is a good job, but man, like that. Now, this brother, based on everything I read, and he definitely got the evidence of that, they're going to settle out of court. They're not going to go to court with that. I hope he get paid heavily for that. But these people on these jobs, they will treat you that way if you allow them to. You have to stand up for yourself, black people, black men and women as working in corporate America. You have to. You can't let them people treat you any kind of way. We have to have pride, dignity, and self-respect for ourselves. No dollar is worth that. We should never show our kids that we would be willing to endure white supremacist humiliation for $1. Hell no. I'd rather be broke with my dignity than have your money and being treated like a two-bit slave. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this particular story. I mean, this is horrible. Don't let these people treat you this way on jobs. I mean, you have to be better than that. And definitely, it lowers your self-esteem when you keep going to places like that. Create your own businesses, folks. Create your own businesses.